What's up, potatoes? I know the title sounds clickbait, but as 2019 winds down, I really want to see through all that's happened in this year. This year, I've played and watched hundreds of different Roblox games, some of which are extremely popular, some of which aren't. I've got hugely differing opinions on some games, from complete and utter rubbish to epic. So in this video, I will be listing down, in no particular order, 10 Roblox games that I've loved in 2019, and hopefully this video might attract more players to some of these beautiful creations. Let's get started. Number 10. Midnight Racing Tokyo Demo. This is a racing game where you can purchase and customize more than 120 different cars to drive in the virtual recreation of Tokyo, Japan, with its vast expressways and sweeping mountain passes. You can upgrade your vehicle to progress in your ranks, socialize with your friends, and compete with other players for money and status. This game doesn't suffer from the annoying problems of Roblox physics failures. Firstly, and very importantly, there is a non-collision system so that cars won't crash into each other due to lag or glitches, something which continues to plague other Roblox driving games. Another thing is the sheer beauty of the entire game. Just look at the scenery. This is not the Roblox of 5 years ago. The lighting and textures all blend together perfectly to create an ambience that would fit perfectly with a Japanese disco track that gives us an unexplainable sense of nostalgia, of memories that we don't even have. I would rate this game a solid 5 out of 5 stars, and I would highly recommend it for anybody who likes cars, Japan, or both. Next up, number 9. This game has previously won multiple Bloxy awards and has been one of my favorite Roblox games for more than 2 years now. But its heyday is over and is no longer on the front page much anymore. Still, Roblox Deathrun definitely deserves a place on this list. Its concept is unique. An obstacle course controlled by a randomly picked killer who operates traps. This game is so well made and its concept is so simple yet has a remarkable ability to draw players in for hours upon hours of fun. The game features several different maps, each projecting a different theme and atmosphere. It's lovely. I don't know how the developers managed to create something as well made as this, but I am thankful that they did. You'd be at a huge disadvantage if you didn't try out this game as soon as you can. Hopefully Deathrun will continue to grow in future. Number 8. This is a genre of game that many people don't even know exists on Roblox. D-Day Original is a historical recreation of the bloodbath that occurred when the Allies landed on the beaches of Normandy in the 6th of June 1944. With highly accurate textures, buildings, weather, weapons, and characters, this game is a great depiction of World War II and all who fought in it. Anybody who is interested in military history should love this game. When you shoot somebody, you've got the super satisfying hit marker sound, and if you're a skilled player, the kills are easy to rack up. D-Day Original is one of those games that you should play with your friends and try to overpower the enemies as a team. Definitely would recommend. And for number 7, I'm going to include a classic game that was created back in 2008, more than 11 years ago. It's Natural Disaster Survival, the game that truly pioneered the survival games of Roblox. It's a round-based game with a myriad of different maps. It doesn't take too long to get used to, and is such a joy to play, especially when you survive disaster after disaster. The game features different types of disasters like tornadoes, floods, fires, tsunamis, acid rain, meteor shower, and volcano eruption. There's really everything to gain and nothing to lose from playing this insane game. Even though it was made in 2008, in late 2019 it's still getting constant updates, and even into the new year, Natural Disaster Survival will still remain as relevant as it was nearly 12 years ago. On to the next one. Number 6 is a game I've made a good number of videos about. I discovered Redwood Prison 3 years ago when it was still on the front page of Roblox. Now it's dropped far back, but its remarkable simplicity and addictive nature still holds very true. It's a basic prison game with 3 teams: prisoner, police, and fugitive. You've got to escape the prison to be a fugitive, and then you come back and wreck the cops. Or you can be a police officer and make life hell for all the fugitives. The best part about this game is that nearly everybody here is absolute trash in the game and has no idea how to shoot or move properly, so it doesn't take too long to master the game and begin dominating everybody. It's a great game to play when you just want to pass the time, and also really good if you're the type of guy who likes planning and executing well-coordinated attacks on unsuspecting noobs. Even though Redwood Prison isn't that well made, but somehow everything comes together so well to create a masterpiece that you should definitely try. Number 5 would be a game that I can almost guarantee no one has ever heard of, but it's well made and definitely deserves a mention. Sinking ship Roblox Titanic is a faithful recreation of the sinking of the real HMS Titanic in 1916. And I'm putting it on the list because it's a genuinely interesting idea that isn't your usual Roblox game. And it's also quite unique apart from the original Roblox Titanic, which it probably gets its idea from. What catches my eye most is the high quality to which the ship is recreated, and by comparing it to old photographs, I'm convinced that the Roblox model is a highly accurate replica of the real thing. I also just think it's hella satisfying to see the ship going down, while you're able to jump into a lifeboat and row to shore. Those that survive the wreck get money and points which can be used to buy in-game items, with more players being attracted to this game due to the recent 103rd anniversary of the Real Titanic sinking. This game is most definitely staying afloat for the time being. Number 4. MMC Zombies project is an interesting one on this list because its lobby is just a bunch of blocks cobbled together, while its maps are detailed and built to near perfection. There is good explanation for this though, and you will know when you play the game for yourself and look at the frequently asked questions sign in the lobby. I expect this to be controversial because I know there are a lot of other zombies games on Roblox, but I would tend to put this because it's more underrated and deserves more attention. Also, I feel that the maps look better than the competition. Killing zombies is something I never thought I would be able to do for hours on end, but this game draws me in effortlessly. There is a box that you can open to redeem a random gun, and it always gives a feeling of excitement as to what gun you'd get. And if you get the ray gun like I did, prepare for total carnage against the zombies. 10 upon 10 would recommend. Number 3, I think you guys were expecting this. Bad Business is an up and coming first person shooter that features awesome gameplay and mechanics, well balanced weapons, and an overall great experience. Something Phantom Forces doesn't have, of course. Bad Business shows off a refreshing new aesthetic, partly fueled by the game's compatibility with Roblox's new character forming system, Arthro, rendering it wildly different from the more traditional and more established shooters like Phantom Forces. But more importantly, and arguably this could be the most important point in deciding how good a game is, Bad Business is a lot of fun to play, especially when you're exercising complete dominion over just about everybody else. Number 2 would surprise many, but I think Pick a Side has one of the best concepts of a game in the entirety of Roblox. Its premise is simple. There are 2 options presented to you, and you stand on the platform representing the option that you would choose. Before the time is up, you don't know who chose which option. Once the time is up, everybody will be revealed and the 2 sides will fight against each other with weapons, and the team with the last man standing wins. If you get a kill, you get more money to buy better weapons. It's strangely addictive and fuels the inner warrior in me. Pick a Side will be a great game to play with your friends as you're hanging out together before the new year. Now, I didn't rank this in any particular order, so number 1 isn't any better or worse than the rest. I'll give this one to Operation Scorpion, a beautiful first-person shooter that has an oddly low number of players. It's super underrated and I think it's time more people knew about this game. The graphics are phenomenal and it doesn't even look like Roblox anymore sometimes. The developers have done a really good job at the game and everything falls into place perfectly to create a beautiful and satisfying experience. I suppose it's just bad luck that more people haven't discovered this game yet. I suppose everyone is still stuck playing Jailbreak and Anime Fighting Simulator or shit like that. I certainly hope that more people will discover Operation Scorpion along with all the other games I mentioned before. With that, I've come to the end of the list. Hope you enjoyed and be sure to check out all these games. The links are in the description. I'm sure these games will serve you well in the new decade of 2020. Happy New Year in advance. It's been the Piano Guy Potato, and I'm out. Peace.